An Oregon wildlife refuge might be the site of the next major standoff between anti-government militias and federal agents, and it's even splitting opinion within the militia movement. The story centers around two ranchers, Dwight and Stephen Hammond, who were convicted of arson in 2012 for setting fires that spread to Steens Mountain, a federally protected area. The Hammonds have already served time but are now being sent back to prison. An appeals court ruled their original judge had no authority to reduce the men's sentences below the minimum 5 years. The case is controversial and has provoked an outpouring of support for those who feel the Hammonds are victims of overreach from the Bureau of Land Management. It also drew the attention of Ammon Bundy, son of rancher Cliven Bundy, whose ranch was the center of a standoff with government agents in 2014.
By standing with the Hammonds, we stand for our children and our children's children.
Ammon issued a call for all patriots to stand up and come prepared to defend the Hammonds from what he calls an unconstitutional land grab. It's not clear how many people responded, though the group claims there are 150 men occupying the wildlife refuge office. The interesting wrinkle here is that while the Hammonds have thanked their supporters, they've also publicly disavowed the militia's actions and say they plan to turn themselves in peacefully. That means the Oath Keepers, a prominent militia group that showed up heavily armed to the protests in Ferguson and to the Bundy Ranch in Nevada, won't be heading to Oregon. The group's founder criticized Ammon Bundy for acting against the Hammonds' wishes.
If they don't want their family in the middle of an armed standoff, I don't think it's right for us to go in there and try to force that on them. I think it's the wrong way to go.
But other members of the militia movement see this as bigger than the Hammonds.
The UN, through the BLM, the Department of Interior, they've been trying to steal land.
Many right-wing groups oppose the Bureau on principle. They believe it has a UN-mandated goal to take control of more land for the purpose of restricting individual liberties. So, to them, squaring off against the Bureau is a patriotic duty. And if that's not enough, Bundy also says that he would have the Hammond family's support if not for intimidation from the federal government.
The U.S. Attorney's Office caught wind of what was going on and told them that if the Hammonds did not end communications with us, that they would detain the Hammonds early and that they would put them in a less desirable prison.
Bundy says his militia is prepared to occupy the wildlife refuge for years. He's also threatened violence if any government agents try to remove them. For Newsy, I'm Grant Sunison.